Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk the Refugees. So we've had our first wave of lords make it to our city, an entire 100 of them, which is not a small number, but it turns out there is yet another 100 to come, and there's even potentially more after that. So it's going to be an interesting week for us. So at this moment, we're doing pretty good on a few things. We're doing very well on food rations. We've got the next level of technology coming in for our hunters and gatherers. So that should deal with all of our food troubles for pretty much the rest of the game. If not, we can always just build one more. We have the manpower at our disposal, so that will be nice. And then outside of that, we are in the green for coal and just need to keep on working on timber and steel. So that is what we're going to do. So we're going to get on moving. And we have gone ahead and built up another steam sawmill. Well, hang on a second, we are constructing it, but that is fine. That will help us out with our timber production for the next little bit. But I think we're going to go for an upgrade for our steam wall drill. I think that's going to be our next best thing, and then potentially even maybe even throwing over an automaton or something along those lines, depending on what our needs exactly. But either way, we're feeling pretty good about things. There's also some optimizations we could do for those mines if we so desired, so it's not too bad at all. I think we're in a very comfortable position. So since we have plenty of timber and this steam sawmill is about to be finished being built, let's go ahead and make sure that there is a path there so we can get people working there as soon as possible. Outside of that, I think, how cold is it over there? It's a little bit chilly. We could go ahead and pop in another... Maybe we go for a, what do we call it? One of those, what is it? The field kitchens. There we go. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, let's chuck one of those in there. Just make sure that our people are less likely to get sick. Again, it's not a huge problem. We have excess manpower, so we are doing well and truly much better than what we used to be. But again, still, try and preserve what we can is a good idea. Alright, so it looks like our flying hunter's gear has been researched. So we'll now get an extra 50% from each. So that should mean, yeah, 45 food per day. That is fantastic. We have one of them, two of them, as well as our food outpost. So that should be 190. And then I guess we get to double that. So that should be... Oh, okay, you know what? We are a little bit below, but that's fine. We'll make up another one, and that will sort that all out. Again, we have more food rations than what we know what to deal with. So let's go ahead and create another hunter's hangar. We'll throw this... Where is a relatively out there position that's not going to cause too much trouble? I guess we could put one in there. That wouldn't be the end of the world. We don't really need them to be particularly warm. Either that or maybe we just throw it back out here. That could be okay. Although we do have the fighting pits and things along those lines for our housing. No, that should be fun. Let's just go ahead and build one out there. That'll be all well and good. And then let's pick up our next technology. So, we could go for some efficiencies and things, but again, I think at the moment we need more timber. That seems to be the thing that's slowing us down, so let's fix that right away. So that'll only cost us 35 steel, a very nice and cheap tech to be going after. We also have, let's see, 24-hour shift there. Let's go ahead and start another one. We have lots of discontent to play with, so even though they may not enjoy it, if it gets us to where we want to go, that is going to be the best thing for us. Alright, now let's also make sure that all of our jobs are being taken. And then what else have we got? I think that's about good. Oh, no, we have a new event. Okay, let's see what that is. Face the Lords, a radio mast. Okay. Captain, the Lords who arrived recently have told us about a radio mast they saw on the trail. A steam core could be powering it. Okay, well, you know what? That sounds good. If that is the case, maybe... Oh, hang on a second. Let's scroll out. we're almost there, and instead of going to save the lords, yeah, that's an extra 100 people. You know what? That's only a couple of hours detour. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the radio mast and see exactly what we desire. In fact, we may even end up sending these guys across to something else if that works better for us. Yeah, that is fine. Other than that, maybe we should go ahead and get the boosted scout sleds. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. Just make sure that we finish up there as quickly as possible. But I think we're doing fairly well. Alright, so let's have a quick check of the economy. We do have another 100 people coming on in. We are going to need to have more housing. At the moment, it looks like 14 people are in the care houses. Yeah, 23 in vacant beds. Okay, so our tents have... Yeah. We need to upgrade 2 of those tents. They're probably the coolest ones, or they'll, yeah, be the most cool. Yeah, 5 and 6 apiece. Let's go ahead and make sure that those get upgraded. Go straight to the house, and yeah, there they are. 2 houses here, and then we're going to need to start working on some more housing for more people. So let's start working for that. Let's go 1 there, 2 there. We could go 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 6 of them. That should be enough for now. Yeah, it looks like timber is what's slowing us down, but at the moment we're doing pretty decently on the production. Let's go ahead and turn on that heater. We don't want anyone getting ill. Yeah, that would not be great. And then let's make sure we have that overtime set to both of them. Since we already have overtime set to 1, we may as well make the most out of that field kitchen. That'll be fine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's not bad. So that's the majority of the housing required. And then we also have children on the way, so we may need... Kids are helping in medical facilities. We may want to just double check that with our housing. Does it show us bunk houses? Care houses? It does not tell us about the children. Okay, well, I think what we should do is we'll probably end up building at least 1 more, but we'll give that a moment or 2. Let's also make sure that that hunter's hangar is up and running. Again, as they get towards hunting time, we do want to make sure that we are getting that food. Looks like we're doing fairly good here. Still maxed out on food rations. That's very nice. Alright, what have we got here? The automaton project. Test subject needed. Sir, the engineer working on the automaton project is back. He wants to borrow an automaton. I'm close to a breakthrough. I just need an automaton for a day, and I believe I'll be able to propose specific modifications that will raise their performance permanently. Well then, give him an automaton. We can certainly afford it, especially too if we're going to get more steam cores. We can start upgrading these buildings and also being able to build a few more automatons. So let's quickly throw some workers over into that advanced steelworks. We'll go ahead and we'll go for some overtime too. Again, steel and timber. Realistically, the biggest hamstring at the moment. And why did we have a person die? Workplace engineer. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Oh well, it is what it is. Not much can be done about that. Let's see, what else do we want? Oh well, that's actually sorted out our housing situation a little bit better. So instead of having 11, it's now 10, which rounds out our numbers rather perfectly at this stage. So that means, let's see, so that'll be 1. So we have an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we only need 2 more homes, but realistically we need 2 more of the child shelters, and that'll give us an excess. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and get that child shelter up and running. We can't put any of them further back there. We could put them in here. That would be a viable choice. Can't put one back there. We could chuck a few back here. That being said, that's the snow pit. Maybe that's not the best spot. Then of course we have all of this back there. I think what we'll do is we'll put that in there. That just seems to be a fairly ideal situation. And you know what? We'll even just go ahead and put one up beside it. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and turn on those heaters once we do get them up and running. That'll be fine. And then, you know what? We also need to make sure we have integrated our city streets. That will save us a little bit of trouble. Oh, and then we have you guys. Let's go across there, and then I think we can dismantle this line across here. Yeah, that'll have to be good enough. And then where can we go from there? Just to make sure that that all ties together. I think that's as good as we could realistically ask. Yeah. Oh, actually, that does. I feel like that hampers our steam sawmills. Oh, well, either way, we'll figure it all out one at a time. We have scouts that have arrived, so let's go ahead and see the radio mast. The mast is stabilized with guide wires, or are they meant to be guide wires? Attached at 3 levels. There is a hut underneath it. Okay. Steam cores and steel. Register of crimes. We searched the shack under the mast. The radio equipment is gone, but we found the logbook. It only confirmed what we already knew. Still, it was painful to read. London knew about the coming winter well in advance. They didn't warn us. They only informed the rich. We were left to die. Ouch. Okay, so empty shelter and red flag camp. Okay, well, we'll take those 2 steam cores and that steel. We'll, yeah, take those resources, and then I suppose you, my friends, scoot over there in 14 hours? Yeah, and then you can go over to Camp Red Flag, I think, and then we'll come back and meet the Lords. I think that's the way we'll do it. Alright, but that's a decent plan of attack. Let's see, we have 100 builders, so these buildings shouldn't be very hard for... Yeah, they shouldn't take very long for them to be built. Yeah, it looks like those paths got finished fairly quickly. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about all of that. That is coming along quite nicely. What do we have here? Houses, they're all good. We do have a medical post, which we could upgrade, but again, we don't have enough sick people, so I guess it's not a bad thing. Yeah, I think we're going to have enough housing already planned out for when others arrive. Actually, you know what? They're a little bit cooler than I thought. Actually, we do need another steam core in this area, don't we? I think I keep on forgetting about that. That is... Oh no, that seems to be accounted for. Where did we put the steam core? Oh, there it is. Okay, so that covers all of those. That'll be fine. We could chuck in another one here just to make sure that this stays up and running. That may not be the worst. Yeah, if our coal production is good enough, we can just outpace everything anyway, so that won't be a bad thing. Looks like it's inoperative because it is too cold. Oh, and we're about to get cooler. But I guess that's for outside of work hours, so I guess it's not the... Yeah, it's outside of work hours, so that steam hub is turned off. That's not a big deal. Yeah, we'll be fine. Alright, so either way, this is our advanced wall drill that is finished. So let's go ahead and take the upgrade. Hang on a second, that's not what I wanted. Resources, advanced wall drill, there we are. So 25 wood, 50 steel, and a steam core. That will do nicely. Let's start our next technology. But we could go for coal, but again, we're already ahead of the curve on that, so I'm not too concerned. We have as much food as we'll be making. We could go for some insulation. That wouldn't be the end of the world. We could also go ahead and faster scouts, faster output teams. Oh, automaton integration. Question, what do we want? The outpost teams, the scouts, or the boosted scout sweats? This will be... yeah, that'll double their speed. I'm not sure how many more sites we're going to have to discover, but I guess... you know what, I think we can probably survive without. I think we'll go for the... additional scouts wouldn't be the end of the world. We could just go ahead and pick up automaton integration and make sure that we have guaranteed resources for... yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. I don't see a better way around it. And then after this, we'll go for the house insulation just to save us on a little bit of coal. Yeah, they are nice and comfortable at this stage. In fact, they even may stay that way, but again, just with that temperature dropping, I would rather have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Alright, so it's probably only a couple of hours until we get that automaton back, which will be rather nice. So that will be helpful. And then outside of that, I don't know. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we'll chuck you over onto overtime as well. And maybe it would be worth throwing an automaton into one of these just so we don't have to do any of those emergency shifts. It's not the craziest thought. Yeah, well, either way, we'll see. We'll figure it all out. Let's see. We also have fighting arenas. They're all pretty decent. We may want another one, but again, I think we're doing fairly well. Actually, you know what we do need? We need to run... oh no, we've already done our sermons and evening prayers. Okay, well, that's not too bad then. Also, if we do need, we've got a whole bunch of land here we can fill if we so care about such things. Yeah, that'll be all well and good. Alright, so let's see. 8 hours for some more coal. Yeah, our scouts picking up stuff. That'll do nicely. Actually, let's double check. Yeah, we're certainly still ahead of the curve, so I'm not too bothered. Yeah, we're going to be perfectly fine, I think. It's just going to be a matter of how we deal with these wards as they keep on making their ways in. Alright, scouts have reached the red flag camp. Oh, some wards set up camp here. All of them are on the brink of death. They're survivors. Oh, well, in that case, let's explore. Dying Wish. The red flag, actually a duvet case, flies over the most pitiful camp we've ever seen. I'm glad to see you, although I'd wished we'd met sooner, croaks one of the wards. I regret that I can only implore you to give us a proper burial. We're dying and have chosen not to fight it anymore. Please respect our final request. Well, let them die and bury them. That's 25 workers and 15 engineers. Or we save them against their will. You know what? They're too weak to argue, but we are not like them. We will save people where they would abandon us. So we're going to take the high road and, yeah, we're going to help them, even if they do not realize that we are helping them. Yeah, that'll do nicely. Okay, so that now means we have an extra, what's this, 40 people coming on in. Okay, I think we're pretty good as far as housing is concerned. We may need another one or two, but I think we'll be okay. We could go... yeah, if we built another couple up over here, we could keep them nice and warm, and we could even throw in another fighting pit up over there. I think that's a good plan. So we'll go... actually, hang on a second. How big is the fighting arena? That's already covered all of them, so realistically we're going to end up building it out over here. That's okay. Let's go 1 and a 2. Can't quite fit in a third within that range of the steam hub, which is not ideal, but maybe if we put one up over here, that will deal with the, that will deal with the, child shelters as well as those potential homes. Let's see what that would cost us. Yeah, I do think if we pop one there, that would be more than we need. Yeah, that would work relatively well, although if we put it on the back end of things, if we put a street across there, that would cover a far greater area. Yeah, you know what? I think that's going to be what we'll do. Let's go ahead and build our road. Oh, right. Unfortunate. Where can we go? Make sure that we build it up there, and you know what? We'll make sure that this gets built all the way across, and we'll figure out exactly out of the options, we'll figure the best one for that. Yeah, that'll just have to be as it is. All right. Let's see. Now we do have that advanced wall drill up and running. That's nice. Also nice and toasty. That's good. Steam coal mine. Yeah, that'll be okay. Those houses are being built fairly quickly, so that should be fine. Yeah, fairly minimal numbers of sick people. That's good. Also, too, I'm thinking having had built that extra hunter's hangar, that's going to be rather handy considering our extra people. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Now, it is going to get a little bit colder, and we only have 5 days. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4... Got to get colder before we get to the end of things. Alright, but either way, empty shelter. Let's see what those scouts returning from the ocean liner have found. A distinct spot in Frostland. We can use it as a waypoint for further exploration. Okay, let's explore a new landmark. Our search hasn't uncovered anything of value, but we may be able to reach some more promising locations from here. A steam lorry and a damaged snowcat. Okay, so let's see. The next group of lords that are making their own way here, they'll be here in 15 hours. The ones with the survivors will be here in 4. I think if that's the case, we'll get these guys to return, and then we'll return them back out. The ones at the empty shelter, those scouts, I think we'll go to the damaged snowcat. And then, yeah, we'll loop our way back around. I think, yeah, I think that should be the best way of doing things. Alright, well, hopefully we're right. We should be fine. Coal, let's just double check. Yep, still ahead of things. And I think, yeah, since that is the case, we'll try and build... Actually, oh, wait a second. We don't have much timber. Oh. That research is about to finish. You know what? We're just going to hold off. I feel like we may have spent a few more resources than what I would have preferred. Hopefully it won't slow down our acquisition of technologies, but sometimes you don't get a choice. Now let's go ahead and see what can be afforded. Alright, so that'll cost us 50 timber, which we do not have. Same there. All of those are non-optional. Yeah, not even all level 3 technology is kind of a bother. Efficiency, improved heaters, that's not a bad idea either, but again, we cannot. Yeah, oh, coal mining. Nope, again, 30 timber. Dearie me. Alright, well, if that's the case, yeah, we could, technically, we don't need it. Up to 30 food per day. It's, yeah, not as good as the others, even if that goes up to 45 or even slightly better. It's just, we don't have the steam cores, and we certainly have extra manpower, and these are fairly cheap to build. So I think we're going to stick with the hunters doing their thing, and I guess we can't take any tech right now. Good news is, it is 20 to 6, so it won't be long before we start getting more timber. Both of these should be set to overtime. Yeah, same with the wall drill. Yeah, a potential 30 per hour, more or less. That is very nice. And then these are... how much do they say? I think they're about 8 wood per hour, give or take. So, oh no, they're 12. Okay, that's even better. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so that'll only take us a minute or two, like maybe 20 minutes. Yeah, 36. Let's see. Insulation's 120. That wouldn't be bad. I think... yeah, we need at least 50, I'm thinking. Yeah, we're going to aim for the 50, and we're going to pick up the engineer automatons just so we can make more progress there without losing as many people to those extended shifts. As long as we're just not wasting the overnight, I think that's what I care about the most. All right, so let's pick up those engineer automatons. That'll do nicely. Yes, we are out of wood, but again, with, what is that? 28 and 12, that brings us to 40, 49. It's basically 50 per hour. Yeah, we'll be all right. All right, now no children are in those child shelters yet. That is fine. Let's go. You know what? We actually have a fair amount of steel. Do we have an automaton working out there? No, we don't. Okay, that's okay. Apparently, this is very cold. Is that up and running? Let's turn on that steam hub there. We do not want those guys to get cold. We need everybody at their job there. Yeah, there we are. That is nice and toasty. Alright, can we do any sermons or evening prayers? No, not yet. Okay. Still, we'll keep a weather eye out for that when that is available. Let's see, how long will this tech take? About 5 hours? Okay, so that'll take us to the afternoon. Yeah, plenty of food. I think we'll be okay. We're making how many per hour? Yeah, 96 per hour. So in the space of about 5 hours, we'll be fine. Oh, and it looks like our scouts have returned safely to the city with those survivors, the steam cores, and some steel. Alright, well then, if that's the case, let's go ahead and send them to bring back the others. We'll see if we can keep them alive, get them back a little bit quicker and see just how many homes we need. And then with the Book of Laws, what do we care for? We could go ahead and build ourselves a temple. Yeah, so let's see. It'll raise hope, discontent will occasionally fall slightly, and ceremonial services raise hope and comforts the discontented. Yeah, for a single building, yeah, 40 wood, 40 steel. We can't have more than one. That's not bad. And then that'll cost us a few food rations, but again, I don't think that's a particular issue, and it does give us that ceremonial service. I'm thinking that looks fairly nice, but let's just double check. We have, what do we have? Yeah, there's prosthetics and extra rations for the ill, but again, I think we have more healthcare than what we actively need, so we're not going to chase that at the moment. Let's just go for our purpose, and we'll build the temple. Yes. We will build a magnificent testament to the devotion of our people. It will kindle hope in the hearts of the faithful and sway the doubtful. Please and a thank you. So let's go ahead and build just one of those. Where? Oh, it doesn't matter where we put this. It's just a monolithic building, hey? Could put one of you back there. That wouldn't be the end of the world. It's not the worst spot for things. We could go ahead and pop that back there. It would destroy a little bit of timber, but again, that does fit fairly nicely. Although we could fit in another 2 homes, so depending... Actually, we haven't even done the fighting arena there. Yeah, so we don't want to do that spot. What about up over here? That seems fairly decent. Yeah, let's pop that there, and then potentially we could even throw in another workshop right beside it if we so desired. And then Yeah, I think that's probably the best spot for the most, yeah, for the best real estate that we actively have there. I think that would be the best bang for buck. So let's go ahead and throw that in. Where was that? That was up over here. There we go. Brilliant. And let's check that we have roads attaching. We want everybody to be able to make it to those services nice and easily. And I think that is where we're going to call it for today. We've made pretty good progress. Everybody is nice and happy. We have some extra homes for when the lords arrive. I think we're going to be able to do okay. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.